Well, here's another garden update. It's actually very windy out this morning. Also, it is 61 degrees, which is unheard of in Florida this time of year. We are having a really record cold right now, which is kind of funny. So it's going to be beautiful, 60s, 70s. So coming into the garden, we have dwarf sunflowers. They're getting ready to open, it looks like, so I'm so excited to see what those are going to look like. They're supposed to be like varieties of colors, pinks, yellows, oranges, so that'll be fun. Next up, I have my bush bean or cowpeas out here, and they're getting some beans on them, so that's super exciting to see that growing. And they are sort of vining up, so that'll be interesting. I didn't realize that was a vine. I thought that was a bush, but conveniently it is by the wall, so that's great. My squash still growing strong. I am seeing some powdery mildew, so I need to kind of look at what to do for that because that's becoming an issue. But squash still growing. I also, that pumpkin, that's a Seminole pumpkin, and it's coming from way down the garden. So that's exciting to see that going on and what's happening down here. Also have my watermelons. There's a bunch of watermelons now. So we've got some here. These are getting, fairly large. So I had to kind of give them some support. So I just knit them a few little hammocks here so they can grow and not stress the vines. So there's 3 there. Also have one. Here's that little guy growing down in the bottom of the garden as well. I think there's some vine who is growing out on the outside. I don't know that one will make it with the animals. So, but really exciting to see at least 4 watermelons growing throughout here. This is all the pumpkin, the pumpkin vines. I think there's only 2 pumpkins here. One I've got going over here to the right, and that's where that pumpkin is. One is going over here to the left, and it is actually coming out of the cage. So it is growing up, and if you can see there's a pumpkin there, and there's potential for a pumpkin there. So we will have roof pumpkin as long as nothing eats it. So we'll see how that goes and see if that produces any pumpkins. Here are my peas, my snow peas. So those are growing great. So it's been kind of fun. I don't know that I'll grow those again. They're a great snack in the garden, but outside of that, I'm not really sure if it's something to, I can't really harvest enough of them. I can't grow enough, I guess, to really get a harvest. So, other than being a snack, I don't know if that would be something we'll do again. Over here is an ornamental pumpkin. And there's one there. I think there's one there. This guy here is a cucumber. This is a pretty young one. Let me get that in frame. So that's a type of, it's like a yellow cucumber. There's a couple more over here I'll show you that are getting closer to being ripe. So we're gonna have a couple of those types of cucumbers. There's another one hiding back there. You can see that pumpkin vine and the ginger growing really nice down there. I think it likes that shade from the pumpkin, which is good. But yeah, so that's what's going on in this corner. I don't see any other pumpkins. But yeah, that vine is doing really well. My cilantro has bolted. My basil is doing pretty good. There's a huge spider over here, an orb weaver. You probably can't see him because they're so tiny, but he's there. So leaving that. Coming over here, my strawberries are doing pretty good. We're getting some strawberries growing. I think these were getting too much water, so I've cut back on the water, and that seems to be helping them quite a bit. The girls, of course, you can see all standing by just in case there's something good getting slid under the door there. Some cucumbers here. that are growing, so that's kind of exciting. That's the first time I've really grown any cucumbers. I'll have to change this location for sure, but they're all growing in there. Some more peppers. Those are starting to color up. Those are looking really, really great. Lots of them. I love this pepper. It is a sunset sweet pepper, so it's like a bell pepper sweetness wise, but flesh and shape is like a banana pepper. So that's that. There's another cucumber here, small, and that's going all the way over there. So peppers looking great, starting to harvest those. These are my tomatoes. You can see that. That is like, 7 foot tall. I can't even touch it, without standing on something. These are cherry tomato. They are getting huge, all the way growing outside of the cage. So that's kind of fun. But lots of cherry tomatoes to harvest. So I've been harvesting those every day now. Lots of fun stuff there. Some of those will be ready tomorrow. So like every day, it's like a little treasure hunt with some of the tomatoes down here. So those are super fun. So as I'm harvesting those, I will also tell you about the ground cherries, which are on the other side. So we'll have to harvest some tomatoes over there as well. These are Bonnie Original tomatoes over here. They're doing good. They're not as tall, definitely, as the cherries. These are Early Girl, Bonnie Early Girl. And that's what's growing over here. And they're so good. They taste really, really great. So my broccoli is starting to produce heads, which is awesome. And then now back here, I've got my tomatillos still growing strong. I'm gonna have to do something to help these guys. They're starting to get heavier, and the wind is not really helping. So I need to probably get them staked up a little bit. Spearmint is great. There's that tomato. Go ahead and pull it. And there's some more. Here are my, these are Seminole tomatoes. They're like a cherry tomato. There's only a couple. I grew this from seed out here, so it was a little behind, and I think it's getting a little too much shade. So we'll be putting those somewhere else probably later, but it's interesting and kind of fun. They're looking really cute. And then here's the ground cherries. So you can see those. They are filling up quite a bit. So those are kind of fun to see what they're going to do. Again, maybe getting a little bit too much shade. They're very small. But that is it for the garden update. And yeah, it's really been fun year growing mostly tomatoes so far. Thanks for watching. Bye.